ABC's General Hospital Spoilers revealed that Jax will probably return to Port Charles soon. Jax has been leaving Port Charles for over a year now, and he's moved to Australia to focus on his career. Jax attaches great importance to his work, so he didn't hesitate to give up the place where he was attached to go to Australia to develop his career. It was clear to Jax that if he continued at Port Charles, there would rarely be an opportunity for career advancement. Jax and Joss also rarely communicate with each other, and the daughter is also very angry about this. Jax has intended to settle in Australia and will not return to Port Charles. His business career in Australia has also been successful with a lot of effort. So why did Jax come back this time? Did Jax come back for something important? Or did Jax come back for Joss? What will happen? Besides, recently, Port Charles is facing danger when the killer hasn't been caught. There'd be still new victims if he hadn't been caught. The people in town were extremely worried and scared when they didn't know who his next target would be. And we'll see that this is why Jax chose to return. He wanted to protect his daughter. And Jax is in Australia and also heard the news. He was extremely worried about Joss. Jax has rearranged all his work to spend time returning to Port Charles until the assassin is caught. Jax immediately used a private jet to return to Port Charles. How will Joss react when his father returns out of concern for her? Will Joss stop being very angry at the thought that his father doesn't care about him? Will their father-son relationship go back to being as good as before? Meanwhile, this time, Jax also has more intention to take Joss away from this dangerous place for a while. It's too dangerous in Port Charles, and no place is safe as long as the killer hasn't been caught. No matter how careful he was, once he was determined to kill, it'd be difficult to escape. Joss was extremely hesitant when Jax mentioned leaving. She didn't want to be away from her loved ones, and she was also afraid that they'd be in danger. But both Sunny and Michael urged Joss to go. They both wanted her to be safe. Moreover, Sunny is suspecting that the assassin is targeting the people around him. So whoever is safe right now should leave to protect his life. Joss also agreed when listening to convince people. Will Port Charles be at peace again soon? Will the police catch the killer soon? However, there is new information that Joss and Jax will crash on their flight back to Australia. Jax has decided to bring Joss to Australia for a while. Jax wanted to let his daughter feel the beauty of Australia, and then persuaded her to settle down with him here. Jax really loves his daughter so much, but he doesn't want to go back to Port Charles, so he wants Joss to come to Australia with him. But it'll probably be very difficult to convince Joss to settle in Australia. Before Jax could stay when he wanted, their flight to Australia went wrong and their lives were in danger. Will Joss and Jax make it to Australia safely? Did they perish on this flight, and how will things turn out?